poor pilgrim of sorrow. I'm tossed in this wide world alone. No hope have I for tomorrow, so I'm trying to make heaven my home. Sometimes I am tossed and driven. Sometimes I don't know where to roam, but I've heard of a city called heaven, and I'm trying to make it my home.
Hey you guys, it's me, Sha'Meca Oliver. As you know, I'm your root coach and the host of the Building the Best You show. You know, I can't even go no further. Did you hear this man's voice right here? Did you hear his voice? Oh my God, God is doing amazing things through you. And did you guys hear those keys? Ooh, they brought me back. You know, you guys, I was on the sideline, like in worship, like praising God. I mean, the sound that God has given him. Before I even do this introduction, I have to introduce you to God and what he can do through those who are willing to be used. Before we go any further, are you willing to allow God to use that gift on the inside of you that you know that you have? I'm telling you, if you allow God to use that, he will open up doors that will blow your mind. It's such a peace that comes when you are operating in what you have on the inside of you. You know, what God called you to do. Man, that's so perfect. It's so perfect. It is so amazing. Okay, so let me go ahead and introduce the two handsome, possibly single ladies, men of God. Now, maybe I shouldn't say that just yet, but we'll talk about that. But you know, these ordinary but extraordinary men who I am sitting next to right here. We have none other than international singer and artist and CEO, Mr. Danton Whitley. How you doing?
I'm good.
Let me give you a hug. Yes.
Hey, everybody.
Woo!
I'm happy to be on your show.
Thank you so much.
It's a privilege.
I'm so excited that he's a part of Building the Best You show. You guys, you know, this is a new year, this is a new season, and we're doing amazing things because we do serve an amazing God. And so thank you so very much. I know the introduction that I gave you was like...
It was a lot, but I appreciate it.
It was a lot, but you know what? This is going to be the year where we're going to say the impossible, or what seems like is just... That's things that's going to blow our mind, because we are in expectation for God to blow our mind, right? So I'm going to take the limits off.
I declare that this is the year of fulfilled promises. So everything that I've been praying for, I believe this year is the Lord is going to fulfill every promise he's made.
Come on, come on.
Manifestation.
Come on, prophet.
You will too, and y'all will too.
And y'all will too. Yes. And also, right over here, let me tell you that I wouldn't even know Danton today if it wasn't for this international artist right here also. The one and only, okay, CEO and founder of Brownsville Music. You hear what I'm saying? Mr. None other than, now I'm just trying to, Tyrae Brown. Come on. Let me shake your hand. Let me shake your hand. Maybe I can get hallelujah. Maybe I can get some, you know, you touch my hand, I can be able to play after this.
Maybe I can play.
Yes. I mean, you two come together and create this amazing ministry, this amazing sounds that's touching hearts and minds and changing lives. This is so, so awesome. So, you know, I know I gave you this introduction, but I want you to let everybody out there know who you are, what you do, and then Tyrae, I want you to do the same thing. All right.
Again, my name is Danton Whitley. I started Mosaic Sound Entertainment in 2009. My vision and my dream was to create picture-perfect music to the world. One thing I loved about studying music, I studied at Morgan State University, got my bachelor's in music, and then I got my master's in music, vocal performance. One thing I loved about studying music was text painting. So you would hear the sound, and whatever the chord was or whatever the color of the music was, its effort was to paint what the lyric was. So if it's a happy song, then you would have the major harmonies and you would have the higher notes. If it's a sad song, you would have like the minor notes and the lower harmonies and stuff like that. So with Mosaic Sound, I really love to text paint, to create the picture of the sound of music. So two meanings of Mosaic Sound. One is a natural meaning. Have you ever seen a mosaic?
I have seen a mosaic. So I'm like picturing it in my head. I'm seeing the colors. I'm seeing all the pieces come together.
Yeah. That's it exactly.
That's exactly,
so,
okay.
My endeavor is for every note, every chord, every lyric, every harmony to come together to create the picture-perfect image of Jesus Christ. So that when they hear the music, they see the music and they hear and feel and see and create a relationship with Jesus Christ with them, that they desire to have a relationship with Jesus Christ because of the sound and the experience they had with the music. A mosaic, like we said, is a picture of broken pieces of glass or stone. And really my ministry, I found out, that my company is my ministry.
Right.
It's a lot of people that come together from broken places, or broken lives, broken homes, and we all come together as broken pieces to present Jesus to the world. So that's the first meaning of Mosaic Sound. The second meaning is, it was prophesied to me years ago that my music would be to nations what Moses was to Israel.
Come on.
It would be a way out of bondage into a place of prosperity and peace. So it would be a Mosaic Sound. So that's the meaning of Mosaic Sound.
Come on now, God's about to part the Red Sea.
He's about to part the Red Sea. Take us over.
Take us over.
Yeah. So that's what Mosaic Sound is. I do vocal coaching. I do vocal arrangement. I do, of course, I sing. I write. I play just a little bit, but that's what his job is for. And that's basically what I'm doing. I minister music at Mount Pleasant Church and Ministries, where I serve happily under Dr. Bishop Clifford Johnson. And it's a privilege.
Hey, Bishop.
Hey, Bishop. It's a privilege to serve there. I'm a PK as well. So I work literally with two different ministries.
Right.
My father's church and Bishop Johnson's church, where I serve as minister of music. But at my father's church, I serve as assistant pastor. So,
oh, wow.
It's a lot of responsibilities, but God has been helping me through it all.
Oh, wow. That's heavy right there. That's really heavy. Even before I talk a little bit more about that, like, was it hard growing up, you know, trying to be you and try to identify who you were?
Yeah, I can talk about that all day.
You can talk about that all day.
I can write a book about it. I was the youngest of 6 kids.
Right.
The last born of 4 boys, the youngest boy. So, and then I was kind of like, even though I was the youngest, I felt like I was like left out. So I always wanted to be like my brothers. I wanted to do what my brothers did. I just had to find myself. My brothers are musicians as well, but they were like phenomenal athletes. And I was not a phenomenal athlete. I was actually horrible. So I resorted to music, and music became my passion, and music really helped me find my way to who I was, find my way to me, really, and develop a real relationship with God. Yeah, so it was hard, but
it was hard.
It was hard, but you know, the Lord helped me through it.
Yeah. I mean, it's good. I want to talk about those parts where, you know, seeing that who you are now, but who you were then, that was helping to build you to be where you're at now to where you're going. Mm-hmm. You know, it's like all those things work together for us. Like it builds us. you know, for God.
Yeah.
You know, that's what the show is basically based off of. For those who don't know, that is really based off Isaiah 66 that says that who will build this house for me, says the Lord. And so building the best you is really about that. Like everything that we do, we must make sure that we are building it for God, whether it's in career, finances, relationships. And we're going to go through our trials and then still have triumphs at the same time.
That's right.
But it grows us, you know,
it does,
it shapes
definitely.
us and it molds us, and it allows us to be humble just like you are, you know, you know, taking those big accolades at the same time, but still knowing that if it wasn't for God, you know, I wouldn't be where I am at today.
Yeah, and people call it humility.
Yeah.
I like to call it humility, but I like to call it honesty.
Yeah.
You know, if we be honest with ourselves and where we are,
Yeah.
I think it puts you in a better place to really serve God and to serve other people. You know,
Yeah.
be honest. You know, and the more you're honest, the more you strive to be better. You know, once you start being honest and act like you got it all together and act like you already did it, you know, you really cripple yourself. But once you say honest, like I have room for development, I have places I need to grow, I have things I need to do, you know, and you become better for yourself.
Yeah,
And you become better for other people.
And you said it right there, and you become better for other people because our gifts are to edify.
Yeah.
Our gifts are to build up, you know, the church. And they are the church. We are the church. They are the church. We got to continue to build up each other. So you hit it right on the head. You didn't even know. You know, you knew God is very intentional. He's a very
Yes, he
intentional
is.
God. Okay, Tyrae. Come on, Tyrae is all, you know, sitting back, modest. He's chilling. He don't think that you guys can see him. The lens of the camera catches it all. But you guys, if you don't know, Tyrae actually allowed me to manage his career. And so we built a relationship off of that. I saw a need, and then I'm like, he needed something. I'm like, well, you need somebody to take care of all that stuff you're doing, you know. And you know, I like to be in people's business. If I wouldn't have this show if I wasn't in people's business. Let's be honest here, right? I like, because really, when it comes to helping people, I'm like, I'm on it. I mean, that's when you know that you're called to do something. And it's not about being nosy, but I always find out or try to figure out what's the need, what's going to help somebody else grow. So I'm like, he needs somebody, you know? So, and so we did, and we built this relationship, and that's how I'm getting to know you, also, which is his best friend. We'll talk about that in just a few. But yeah, Tyrae, like, I mean, you are phenomenal. Like, you're phenomenal. You're an organ player, a pianist. You're a CEO of your own company. You know, you're a producer. I mean, that's huge. And a lot of people want to get to that level. So tell us, like, how did you get here, and who is Tyrae, and where does Tyrae, like, you know, see himself?
I guess I got here being a child, wanted to play the piano, and the organist left the church, so I started out playing drums.
Oh, you're a drummer. He's a drummer.
Can't play no more. But no, yeah, playing drums in church, and the church needed an organist, so my organist had left. So I just stepped up and played, and next thing you know, it's like I found really a great passion for it, and I love just doing ministry. So I stuck with it, did some studying, Baltimore Schools of the Arts, also did some studying at Omega Studios, took some online courses about like taking production to the next level. Of course, like who I am, I thank you for helping me to, let's start a little bit.
Manage.
We live.
We live?
Let me
Okay,
say
yes.
As you know, Tyrae is like my brother. When you started managing and helping him out, I was like, this is great. He was, I got a manager. I was like, great, that's what's up. Because we have partner companies. So the production side of my company actually is BrownsVilleMusic. So whenever I get into a situation where people need a producer or You know, we're producing a show.
Yeah.
Our production company is BrownsVilleMusic.
Yeah.
So but when you started managing him, it was like it was a marked difference from his schedule, his planning, and all that kind of stuff. And I've seen you work in different things for him. It's been really, really good. So
Yes.
I'm glad that this connection was made and this connection was made. So
I mean,
it's just a blessing.
Come on, we gotta let people know that out there. Like when you're doing something, you're building yourself and building your career. You cannot do it by yourself.
No.
As much as we want to say I don't need people, or like a lot of females say I don't like girls. Like you probably need a sister friend by your side. You just haven't found the right one yet, or been connected to the right one. But like, even this show here, if it wasn't for, Dreams Alive production company, which is, owned and managed by, my husband, we wouldn't be here. Woo! I gotta go ahead and just add that in. Hey, boo. That's how it works. That's how marriages work. That's how businesses work. We need each other to build each other up so we can get to that next level. So I commend you guys, for being that team, for not just being like best friends, but like you're my brother, you're my blood, and we're gonna make this thing work. You guys complement each other, and that's hard to find. As an artist, artist sometimes you need someone who's a musician, you struggling with the person, but Tyrae, I know he believes in you. I know he's like one time. And then we're having like a nice little conversation over here, a nice little family talk over here. So we want to bring you guys in on that. But I even remember one time, there was something going on with your schedule, something going on with Tyrae's schedule, and I was talking to him. He was like, what should I do? He was just like, I'm not even going to travel overseas. I'm going to do this for dancing. Like he was willing to cut out what could have launched him. He was going to get launched anyway. When God has something for you, it's just for you. But he believed so much in what you were doing that he was not going to let you down.
And that's loyalty.
That's loyalty,
That's loyalty. Loyalty is important when you are loyal to someone in business and ministry. It just makes it that much more of a blessing. And Tyrae travels out of the country so often, I've never seen anybody turn down a trip to what was it, Abu Dhabi? What was it? India. I mean,
Canada.
He's just Canada. I mean, Africa. He's traveled all over the place. So and I do appreciate that.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Yeah, and they were still willing to bring him in just to travel one day. Like, who does that? But that just shows the type of character that you have. It shows your work ethic that people are willing to invest in you. That's another tip right there too. Like, you have to have good work ethic. You have to have good relationships, with people so that they can believe in you. But I will always tell someone also, like, to be loyal. I mean, be loyal to the right thing and to right people, because sometimes we can be loyal to some things that are really unhealthy for us. And you just loyal, hoping that it's going to be changed. So we gotta be loyal to some real stuff, to the right stuff, and to the right people, right? Or because you don't want nobody hindering your growth.
That's right.
Right, right.
And they can.
And they can. Come on, let's talk about that.
Yeah. What does it say? One spoiled apple can. What is it? So what? It's like those little sayings, like one thing can.
One rotten apple can spoil a whole bunch or something.
Like one rotten apple can spoil a whole bunch. Yeah, you got the wrong people connected to you. It can really destroy where you're going. You know. And I heard somebody say the company you keep can disqualify you. Literally, almost what you're saying. It is disqualified by the people you're with, So the people you're with actually speaks volumes of you. And then I've heard also if you want to know where you're gonna be in 5 years, look at the 5 closest people to you. And that will tell you what you're gonna look like.
Right.
If you're the smartest person in your circle, you should find new friends.
Or you're only as great as your weakest link.
You're only as great as your weakest link. Yeah.
So who's your weakest link in your circle?
Well, her name is.
It's a she. No. So since we're talking about she's, this is the month of love. This is February, the month of love. Everybody wants to be loved. It's the winter time, and people want to be warm and stuff. So
you want to be warm.
I want to be warm.
I want to be held.
Want to be held. Squeeze. Spend a little money on. Come on, hallelujah. Let's talk about some real stuff in the church, okay? We're gonna get some people saved, set free, and delivered.
That's right.
All right. So how are we spending? What's love life for? You know, an artist or a musician? Like, how do you stay focused?
Finding. She's got to understand my life, my schedule. You know, and not be jealous. Not, be controlling, like, why are you always in rehearsal? Or why are you always, that type of a deal. Prayerful. Right now I'm currently single, waiting for Mrs. Right. So right now my focus has been my ministry, my career, but I am, waiting for Mrs. Right. So looking,
Okay,
for what the Lord's gonna do.
We can't zoom in, but zoom in your camera and just look at that smile. He just put out his resume. It was so
Just
sweet.
resume.
Okay.
But balancing.
Balancing.
It won't be a hard thing, I know, for myself, and it has not been a hard thing for myself because I think I'm a great communicator. I'm still doing it. I think I'm a great communicator, and I think communication is key when you're in a relationship, so that she understands, this is what you got going on. And then how can I help you reach that?
Exactly.
I believe a wife should be a help me meet my destiny, help me meet and be all that God has called me to be. So, I'm gonna answer your question.
That was really good. I think your inbox is blowing up right now. Slow down, lady. Slow down. But
That's funny.
Tyrae, what about you?
Well, I'm technically single, but I do have a special lady in my life. No, I mean, because we still building, and I won't reveal her name right now. But we have something special. She's really understanding of my schedule and really supportive. So.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I'll say her name. Her name is.
Because if I was a woman on the other side, and I'm pretty sure she's watching. I know that you're watching. Is that no?
Oh, is that?
No, really sweet. I'll be blushing on the other side because I believe that's what women want to feel. They want to feel,
that affirmation,
that affirmation. Yeah. And like, oh, he's thinking about me because us as women, we do that. We get with our girls and we talk about, oh, he's this and he's that, and then to really hear a man, really shout you out, it's like, wow, he's a keeper. So she might be doing some extra stuff later. You might get a free cooked meal or something. A cooked meal, right? Right. You might get some roses for Valentine's Day. Men do like flowers and roses and stuff too. It's not a bad thing. I mean, if she does it, what do you like?
Roses?
What, you don't like roses?
Just give me some chocolate, some candy, what I can eat.
Gift card to the show or something. Y'all heard it here first on the Building the Best You show. Right. What men like. I mean, that's really good though. It seemed like you're balanced. You know what you want. You so I mean now you're in a position where I would tell any woman to, even when you're in this place in your life or seeing your life of being single and you want to be married, begin to pray for the husband that you don't know. Begin to pray for his strength, his weaknesses, and his finances, and take just keep your ear open to what the Spirit of the Lord would be saying to you to know exactly what you should be praying for. I mean, I did that for my husband before I met him. I told God, I was like, I don't care. I don't want what I want anymore. I just want what you want, God. And even if you don't bring him, I'm good. I'm content with being who I am and who you called me to be. So I allow God to be my first husband, and I allow God to show me how to serve him and properly. And God would, throughout the years, will allow me to just pray for a lot of different things. Oh, God, bless him on today. Bless him with the relationship that he has. Bless him with his finances. And when I met my husband, it was like everything that I prayed for was so on point and so intentional for me to help him to grow.
I like the fact that you said you prayed for him before you met him.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Other thing I like that you said, where you said, Lord, if you don't send him now, I'm good. I think being at that place is important to be before you get married. Being solid in who you are, being sustained in who you are, being confident in who you are, and saying, Lord, as I'm waiting, I'm good, so you can, like even
Yeah.
if you don't send them, I'm good. If you send them, I'm good. I'm in a place mentally, emotionally, spiritually.
Yeah.
To be married, to really join. I think a lot of people, they're not ready.
Right.
Just not in themselves. They're just
Yeah.
not ready to be married yet. So
And they shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
And ladies, stop pressuring these artists and these musicians to marry you, and just love who you are and just do you, and allow and build him from the sideline. He'll see you if you can see yourself. Look, I just need
Yeah, you just.
that was good though,
good.
you
That was
know,
good, yeah.
because
That was,
come on.
that was a good
That was-
commercial
that
moment.
was-
Like
That was a good commercial
Yeah, that was
moment. Like
good, yeah.
we need to take a break on that and chat about it, and then come back.
Come back.
Because I'm pretty sure it's difficult. I'm pretty sure you guys, when you go different places, there's a lot of different nice looking women and opportunities that's out there. But you have to keep yourself. Tell me, like, what is that like? That life, like, just really staying grounded in your foundation of music and focus.
I think the principal word you used was focused.
Okay.
Focus on what you want. Focus on where you want to be. Focus on your call, your destiny. And focus to seeing that come to pass, and being dedicated to that, and not easily distracted. I mean, distractions will come, but not being easily distracted to the point that you make mistakes that detour you off of your place, toward destiny. So, how is that? Just remaining focused, remaining consistent and disciplined, and so that you can go where you need to go and be where you need to be. So when she comes, that you have everything you have everything you
Yes.
need to support her.
Yes.
Like I don't want to be like struggling trying to figure out what I'm doing about my money and how I'm paying my bills and all that kind of stuff, and then bring her in my life, and then it's just more of a struggle, And I know we understand, but money has ruined a lot of marriages.
Exactly.
Those arguments cause so much friction that love just wasn't enough. So there's some things that you have to have together before you make that union, just so that union can stand strong. God will bless it and honor it because of your preparation, your dedication, consistency to what He called you to do, and most importantly, be.
Right. I think we got a wedding coming soon, maybe in a couple of years or something. Because, brother, you are speaking tonight.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm saying? Like, I can tell that you've been groomed, and you've been listening, and you've been paying attention to detail. And you definitely have to be this type of person before you get married. You don't get married and be this type of person. And I know this is not a marriage segment, but evidently it's something that needs to be said. It's something that can be a struggle for a lot of artists and and musicians, in the industry. Feeling like, oh yeah, we're gonna get on Tyrae. I want to hear what Tyrae has to say. Tyrae.
Right.
So what were you saying?
What was the question again?
How was it?
Yeah, just staying grounded and
staying
focused
grounded.
and having in your foundation when it comes to when it comes to music and it comes to these different travels and things like that.
Yeah, definitely staying prayerful. I mean, because we're not blind, we men. So I mean, we see a lot of beautiful women out and hanging around and stuff like that. But
Waiting around.
Backstage.
But nah, just like piggybacking off of what you guys were saying, just staying focused, just remembering who you are, and you're a Christian, you're here to minister and different things like that. But at the same time, looking and stuff like that, want to get married and things like that. So just staying focused.
Yeah.
Honesty. That's what we need. You got to be honest, with yourself with this process. So that's good. That's really, really good. So let's talk about this. Like, let's backtrack a little bit. Like, how did this whole music thing, come into play? What made you want to be the Danton Whitley that you are today?
I actually started studying criminology in 2000. I graduated. When did I graduate high school? 2004. So, good gracious. Oh my goodness. 2004, I graduated high school. So, since then, I studied criminology. I wanted to be a detective. And I wanted to, solve murder mysteries and stuff like that. So, I went to Harvard Community College my first year. And I was studying criminology and taking my classes and everything. And it was getting so hard because I had to remember psychology and all the laws and all that kind of stuff. And so one day I was like, I can sing. You know, I was raised in my dad's church singer, so I decided to take singing lessons.
Right.
And my first voice lesson I was at Hartford Community still, studying criminology. Just wanted to take singing lessons. I started with Madeline Gray. And as soon as I walked in there, I started singing. She started vocalizing me. And the higher I got, she was like, "Oh my gosh, your voice was made for opera." And I was like, "Opera?"
Yes.
I was raised Kojic, so opera wasn't nothing. But she said, I guarantee you a full ride at Morgan State University. She was a vocal coach at Morgan as well. So she taught at both schools. And she literally called Dr. Conway that day on the phone and said, "I have a brand new baritone for you. And he needs to start next semester."
Wow.
I started next semester, scholarship to go, was on the choir and all that.
Wow.
And then I changed my major to music. It was just like that. Like,
Right.
since I had the money to, it was free. So I was like, I guess I'll do it, Went to school at Morgan, studied voice, did opera, started traveling. And I was like, I guess I can do this, And that's what started it, really.
That's when you know you're destined. Like this is part of God's predestined plan, for you. Mm-hmm. See, you don't even have to go searching for like, I'm trying to figure out who I am. Just enjoy the now, do the now, and you'll meet your blessing.
Yeah. I call it just be.
Just be.
You try to do a whole bunch of different things.
Yeah.
But if you just be who you are, the things open up for you.
Yes.
God will just put you in the right place at the right time with the right people to do exactly what He called you to do, and because you were being who He created you to be.
Something just broke. Some people, I know it's been some people out there that's been like,
That was
I'm
good.
trying to figure out, who I am. Y'all heard it right here. I wish I could have said it and took credit for it and then like put up an Instagram post and just said, just be, and hashtag everything that he said.
I would say one more to that. We're human beings, not human doings.
Exactly.
So when we find ourselves doing so much, we lose who we are. And if you just be, just be, just do what you are, do what you do, and be who God. It just you become who God created you to be.
Stop stressing.
Yeah, and stop trying to find all these different things to do.
And stop looking at everybody else.
Right.
And just be, and allow yourself to evolve into that person.
Yeah. And I thought about that because I was trying to do that because, I was just trying to be like my brothers. I was trying to, do what I felt like would be, accepted. Instead of just, I was like, well, let me take a voice lesson. I started to step into be, because that's who I was, music.
You gave yourself permission to be.
I gave myself permission to be.
Give yourself permission
That's
to be.
good.
Yes.
Say it again.
Give yourself permission to be.
To be.
And we can put everything at the end of it, like be all you can be extraordinary, be fantastic, be happy, be confident, be fearfully and wonderfully made, Be all you can. Believe you can. Y'all know that's my book. I had to put that in there for a minute. Make sure you get it. Because it'll help you be. Right. So Tyrae, like, how did you, get started in this whole thing and flourish into this amazing international artist that you are?
Just being.
Just be. Being faithful at your church.
Yeah, being faithful and like opportunities just came. Like, me being the music director at Mount Union, got a chance to meet different artists and connect with them, as well as you're here to minister at Mount Union, but different opportunities like that, just being in the right place at the right time, being dancing, traveling, and doing different things. Doors just opened up, just being.
Just being. So it wasn't, you didn't go out like searching like, oh, I want to be on this person's album or I want to play for this person.
Now I have done that, yes,
okay,
but it didn't work. So
wow.
It didn't work, no.
Because
when you try to, try to chase
it's a
that,
struggle out there. People are trying to figure out. That's what I love so much about my show, because I allow people to really see, the journey and to see what people actually go through to kind of make it to the top, to kind of make those connections. So you guys are going to see it right here first, that sometimes it doesn't take you just going out and making all these phone calls, just operating your gift, and your gift will make room for you, right? Is that word? I didn't make that up.
That's word.
I didn't write that. Like your gift will make room for you. So those who you need to be connected with, you will draw that blessing to you. Reminds me of a story of Ruth. I know we having a little bit of church. We got to but let me tell you this, a little bit of Bible study right here. But you know, Ruth, you know, was that person, her husband died. And then she served her mother-in-law, Naomi. And then Naomi's like, no, go back. I don't have any more sons. You know, I don't have anything else to give. You can go back to your old land. And she was just like, pretty much, I'm not going to go back to the familiar. I'm going to go to the unknown because I feel like my purpose is here. So she worked as a foreigner, you know, in Jerusalem, right? And then, but she worked on Boaz's territory in his land. And she was picking up the scraps, small beginnings. Don't despise small beginnings. But she attracted her blessing because she was operating in purpose. And so then next thing you know, he saw her and he wanted her, you know, and eventually she became his wife, or he became her husband. Like, you will attract, as long as you're operating in purpose, you know, you will draw your blessing to you. You will meet it. And you can't be afraid of the unknown, because the unknown is right where God can do amazing things for you. So I think that's, you know, what happened. So that's really good. I mean, that speaks to me.
Yeah, it speaks to me.
That speaks to me right there. Like, okay, I just got to be. And enjoy the now, because I believe we'll miss the now if we don't.
I think what you said makes sense too, as far as industry. Stepping out into unknown and kind of like stretching yourself and saying, oh, I can't do this, but I'm going to do this, which is hard. And what Tyrae said, when you're going looking for stuff, it a lot of times doesn't work. But that doesn't discredit that you have to put some effort into, you know, doing some things, because some people are like, well, I'm going to just sit on my couch and I'm going to just be. No, not really. You know what I mean?
But you still, because he still worked it. He worked it. You got up there, you played in your gift. You can't be a couch potato. You know, at some point, you got to get from behind the piano and get in front of some people, or show up, or, you know, and people see you. You got to be seen. I mean, I don't know if you guys tell me, those of you who have became a millionaire by sitting on the couch or laying in your bed watching television. I mean, if you've lost weight just, you know, constantly eating, you know, just let us know that. And I'm not talking about the healthy, you know, eating. I'm talking about, are we dealing with health over here too? Because I heard that.
With health,
We're dealing with health, But okay, let's talk about that, right? You know, you have to keep
You gotta. Well, I was gonna say to that, faith without works is dead. Since we doing a lot of Bible study.
We're doing a lot of Bible study.
People have the faith, like I believe it. But if you don't work, it's dead. You know, faith without works is dead. You have to put your, you know, work in. You have to take what you believe and put some work with it to really get some outcome out. You know, see some outcome.
Definitely. So we're definitely not saying like, don't go out there and don't put yourself in front of people, but know how to put yourself in front of people. But you don't have to be so desperate for it that you do anything or trying to get in the face of every single body, as those individuals are going to make your dreams come true, you know. And so I think we have to remember that, you know, God is in charge, you know. He's our master. He's who we serve. So as long as we're serving him, he is a God of his word, and he'll open up those doors, right?
Yeah, he will.
Right. He'll do that for. Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome. But as far as health, I don't know. I'm trying to get myself. You know, you do New Year. You know, you have these. What is it called? New Year resolutions. Yeah. Resolutions. Mine was to, you know, work out, you know, and drop a couple pounds. So I'm working at it, you know. Well, you're not bad. You're not bad either, Tyrae. Come on now. Y'all looking good over here. Unless y'all got some tight some corsets underneath there. Looking good on the camera and everything like that. But y'all looking flawless over here. I mean, I wish I had like a cam to get a shoe cam, because these brothers came on here today together. So, y'all came on here ready. I don't know, do y'all, you guys have it? Oh, we got some shoe cam. Let's get some shoe cam.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they came on here intentional.
Trying to be like you.
Right, look, she got the chain. No. She got the chains on.
Come on, but don't show the ash. I told y'all you put no lotion on.
She got the chain, gold chains.
That's just like brothers, right? They'll put you on Front Street. It's all good though, because I still walk boldly and confidently in who my Lord is.
That's right.
Do you know who I am? Do you know who he? No.
She knows spoken word.
Spoken word.
You rap?
I can rap too.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember writing this song. No, because I was gonna spit a song that was not gonna be appropriate for the show. My sister wrote a song years ago, and it was not appropriate.
Really?
But,
I thought you was going in.
but I used to do poetry. If Byron, if you're watching, you know we used to be at the underground doing poetry with 360 and Drunken Monkey. So all y'all from high school and after we graduated, we were there. I mean, I was in the poetry sets.
That's
They had the incense going.
I felt you going to that.
I was just kind of playing around with it. But I've written a lot of stuff. Like poetry really helped me to relieve a lot of stress. Even when I was a child, it allowed me to see past what was actually going on in my family at the time. So
it's like medicine.
It's like medicine. Yeah, I loved it. I wrote all the time and wrote for different, artists and things like that.
Okay. I was about to say, any of them can be used for songs, you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I wrote songs.
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote songs. I got a song. It's been 2 long years and 3 long months. She gave you all you needed and she gave you all you want. You cheated on her and then she took you back. You better watch what you do before she'll take you for all you got. 'Cause it's cheaper to keep her. You better do right, it's cheaper to keep her. Now you better listen to what I gotta say. She may be nice, but she'll turn and be crazy. So you gotta play your cards right. 'Cause if she finds out, she'll be burning your things tonight. 'Cause it's cheaper to keep her. You better do right.
You went right into that.
Right.
That was good.
Right.
Yeah, so you was pulling it back and coming out.
Yeah, and I was trying not to go too loud. I'm
That
not
was
warmed
good.
up.
No,
Me over here cracking.
I know.
Me over
You
here
danced
cracking.
too, because it felt like you was
Oh
about to.
yeah, I did.
She's
you are
active. She's
everything.
all of it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not
It's
about
not just
me.
us.
Actress.
Look. We're talking about everything music, everything performing arts, there's this, And I mean, that's why I'm here today. God took all of those things that I did. Now I have an understanding of it, which allowed me to be able to relate to people on a lot of different platforms, So I'm not just, this one person sitting in front of you. Like, I understand what you're talking about. And I believe that the Lord allowed me to do what I'm doing today because I do understand, individual. I believe that He works with us and do things in us first before we can deliver it out there to somebody else. So, I'm sitting here being that person. I had to choose. We have to choose. I think we all have, our multifaceted. I have a lot of things that we can do, but you have to choose and say, okay, this is what my focus is going to be, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to be good at it, and if the other stuff come out of it, then it's there. Because
that's so mature.
Yeah.
That's very mature, because they say jack of all trades, but a master of none. You see people that just try to do them all, but you say you have to choose and kind of really master something, and then others can come on. That's really
and I try to do that, and it's very difficult. It's very, because I love all of it. When I was listening to you singing, I wanted to just get up and sing with you, and I probably would have messed up, because I probably would have messed up everything because I haven't really trained myself in it.
Fine.
Yeah, I would have been okay. You would have brought me through. That's how bad you are.
No, I wouldn't say that.
I thought he was humble. No,
Right.
No, you would have probably brought me through, but I do love it, and I love what's going on. I love that that you're taking this and you're taking it to another level. Man.
To God be the glory.
To God be the glory. So, who is it? Anybody out there that you would love to work with besides me? Okay.
Right. I actually have a couple of artists. You mean like artists?
Yeah, artists.
I've always loved Crystal Rucker. I don't know if you mean I love Crystal Rucker. I love Donald Lawrence and his arrangements and his writing and all that kind of stuff. I love to work with Donald Lawrence. Who else?
Come on, because they're listening. Hey, Donald Lawrence, I'm tagging all you guys in afterwards.
The Clark sisters. I would love to work with the Clark sisters. I love Karen Clark. Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, Anthony Brown.
Anthony Brown.
It's ironic that we both went to Morgan, but I've never worked with him.
But Anthony Brown is out in the DMV area.
Yeah.
Come on, Anthony Brown.
Anthony.
Come on.
I would love to work with him. I think he's a musical genius. That's my list.
Awesome. What about you, Tyrae? Besides me.
Besides
me.
Besides you.
Besides, dancing.
Honestly, I've always liked Jason Nelson's writing. I've always appreciated his writing, and it inspired me. I feel like he's a great musician. So he's one. Who else would I say? That might be it right now that I can think of.
He's worked with so many artists. It's kind of like the list is.
Right.
Right.
Who he actually wants to work with.
Yeah. But, I mean, Tyrae, you are...
Right. Thanks for fixing that.
You're arrogant. I won't work with nobody. I'm good.
Right. Oh, my gosh. I'm good. Oh, y'all suck.
Who was sitting there like,
I mean,
he worked with Jason too. It's like I'm done.
That was good. We know, Tyrae shallow.
He worked with Jason last month. I'm done.
you see,
I'm done.
This is good.
this is good.
Wow, this is amazing. This has been really good. So is there anything out there, as we're concluding, the show that you would want to let someone... I'm trying to be
You losing it right now. He's still losing it.
I didn't really let it out like I could have. When you hold it in, it's longer when you hold it in.
Right.
But if you let it out, it's shorter.
But no Putin. You laugh so hard. And we're all over here. Y'all can't smell it, but
Right.
You ain't hear it though.
you ain't hear
You hear it on the scotch.
Oh, you'll hear it on the... What's that? Oh,
What's that?
Your production team is terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Time out,
Not working with him.
But we caught it on live. Y'all know whose mic is coming through. But I'm lost all track. Right?
You said in conclusion,
Right. What is
else
something
do
that you
wanna-
would like to, tell those out there who are interested in music business? Any type of tips or tools that you want to get them, should working hard, or I know we already talked about, staying focused and things like that, but is anything else you wanted to add to it?
I would say keep working. Challenge yourself. Constantly challenge yourself. Once you've got to a plateau, like strive to go higher. you
Right.
know. Do things that you haven't done before. One thing I have to recommit to, something we've talked about, was like writing a song a day. Like if you're a songwriter, like write a song a day, even if it's trash, just write a song a day. Like if you play, practice every day. If you sing, vocalize every day.
Yeah.
Be committed to your craft.
Yeah.
Be committed to your call, and you'll see things manifest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about you, Tyrae?
Honestly, he said it all. But just staying focused. Going back to that, staying focused and prayer. Not to be too spiritual, but
Not. I probably should have said that, but
just knowing what you're called to do. Just staying focused to that, and just keep going. Just keep growing, like Danton was saying.
I was thinking one more thing, like trust your gift. Trust that your gift is good enough. Trust that you don't have to, be anyone else but be yourself. Confidence. Holy Ghost boldness, you know?
Yeah, Holy Ghost boldness.
Yeah, we need that. That you are good just who you are. Like, God can use you. It may sound weird to people in the beginning, but if you continue to work on it, and it's something that you love to do, it gets better over time. And something that you said that reminded me of, there has to always be continuing education, meaning that you have to always continue to practice, and you have to continue to, I don't know what it was that you said, but it just reminded me of that earlier in our interview.
Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power. And that's what you know, just with going to school, you know, going to school. And Tyrae too, you know, you talked about you going to school and doing that. Like, you have to continue to study. You have to continue to cultivate your gift, you know, and that's very, very important. And to not be ashamed of that, because trends happen all the time. Technology is moving fast. I mean, and you got to keep up with what's going on, because people are learning and they're getting hired because they can do more or they know more, you know. And people are paying now for information, for education, and not just the gift.
Yeah, that's true.
That's good. Well, look, so before you go, you have to sing for us one more time. You got to go to that piano. Both of y'all have to go to that piano, and you have to sing for us, right?
That's
okay.
right. That's
so
cool.
we're going to do that. We're going to do that in just a second. You guys are going to hear Tyrae on the keys, and you're going to hear the Mosaic sound that's going to come out of Danton Whitley's mouth in just a few. But I just want to say, I think I just got me a set of brothers.
Yeah.
Yes. Welcome me.
You're welcome.
To the family.
Welcome. Yep.
Welcome to the
Yeah.
family, the next show. So I'm very, very
Thank you for
happy
having
that you guys came on here.
Thank you.
And my prayer is that, you know, though we talked on today, and though you guys heard our voice, that you will hear the voice of God for your own story and your journey, and continue to write it, and continue to live it, and continue to, what you say? Be. All right. We're about to listen to them, you guys. Make sure you share with someone, replay it. Go to my website, www.IamSha'MecaLatai.com. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Periscope, even here, you know, on Facebook at I Am Sha'Meca Latai. It's the same thing over all of the social media platforms. And how could they find you, and how could they find you?
Facebook, same thing. Instagram, Danton Whitley. You can go to my website, www.dantonwhitley.com.
Awesome.
For me, Facebook, Tyrae Brown. Instagram, Tyrae B. Website, BrownsVilleMusic.org.
And you can find him at his new website, www.IamTheSmooth.org. No, thank you guys so much. And let's hear this Mosaic sound. See you guys later. Be blessed.
Tonight all doubts are settled. Tonight we stand as one. No underlying quarrels or issues. All confusion is undone. For by Christ we've all been purchased, and without him we're all lost. So let's abandon all division and gather down at the cross. For at the cross we're all forgiven. At the cross we're all loved. Since the cross we're all made sons and daughters, unified by his blood. I know you may not look the same as me, and my life is different too. But let's not focus on how we don't agree, and stand as one at Calvary.